by 99 millimeters. They didn't know it at the time, but they had created one of the most effective cartridges that was soon about to have plenty of use on the battlefield. After some back and forth, the first prototype was ready for testing and soon entered production as the M1921, a water-cooled heavy machine gun intended mostly for anti-aircraft use. It was then tested to see where else
God, this is laggy.
First, it wasn't looking very promising.
Screw
If
it.
the
Hold
Demon couldn't
on.
handle it, as it was too heavy to carry, weighing about 120 pounds in the water-cooled version, or 84 pounds for the lighter air-cooled model, with the tripod adding another 44 pounds. So a complete ground setup ranging between 130 and 170 pounds, plus all the ammo for it, which also wasn't light, was not feasible. Not to mention, it had substantial recoil, making it difficult to fire accurately. Smaller aircraft at the time also couldn't make much use of it. And for vehicle use, mounted in early small turrets, it was also problematic, as it could be fed only from the left side. So, at first, the only real use was as an anti-aircraft coastal gun, but no one could imagine just how everything would soon change. John Browning passed away in 1926, but development continued and his design was refined. Internal parts were changed, so the feeding could be quickly switched between left or right side feed by changing the top cover. And a universal receiver was developed on which could be mounted either a water-cooled barrel with its jacket, a heavy air-cooled barrel, or a light air-cooled barrel for aircraft use. This concept now began looking promising, and with other smaller improvements, the gun got the designation M2 Browning machine gun. During this time, other nations had turned to heavier weapons like 20, 30, and caliber's high velocity and adaptability would still make it effective, so it stayed in production. And just how effective it would be was now going to be found out as the new global conflict began, and the M2 turned into the legendary Marjuice, 50 caliber, or just 50, as soldiers would soon be calling it. Marjuice, if you didn't know, was coined from the words mother and deuce, meaning two, something like mother of machine guns, and it turned out to be quite close to that. Now, as World War II broke out, the United States already had M2s serving in multiple roles: fixed aircraft guns, anti-aircraft guns mounted on ships, bombers, or vehicles, and of course on tripod mounts for infantry use, effective against almost anything they might encounter on the battlefield. At first, the biggest use was on aircraft, with lighter barrels and a tuned-up rate of fire, from around 500 to about 1,200 rounds per minute. Remember, this is almost the same rate of fire as the German MG42, although it was meant only for short bursts, and was tuned up so much because on aircraft or anti-aircraft use you'd have only a short time window before the targets got out of sight. And in some configurations, the M2 really reached absurd levels. Like for example, you've all heard of the B-17 Flying Fortress bomber, which used M2s for protection.
Nah.